This is actually a trip to the San Antonio de Padua Church in Barangay Solangan, Giwan, Eastern Samar. So we are now passing by the different rock formations here in Marabot, Western Samar. Some adventurous people do mountain climbing here. So from Tacloban City to Giwan, it would take more or less 3 hours if you will ride in a private van. So while on our way to Giwan, let me tell you some stories about San Antonio de Padua. So Saint Anthony was a Franciscan friar from Portugal, a gifted speaker and well-known preacher. He spent of his life in Italy, and at a young age he gets sick and died in Padua, Italy. The statue of Saint Antonio in Solangan was actually meant for the nearby island Suluan, but several attempts to bring the statue to the island of Suluan failed. It was believed that the wind and rough sea miraculously forced the boat to Solangan, and eventually the shrine was built to the island of Solangan. So several miracles and miraculous healings are attributed to the statue of Saint Anthony. Pilgrims from all over the country flock to the shrine to pray to San Antonio and ask for his intercession. If their prayers are heard, they return to express their gratitude. Antonio de Padua, noted by his contemporaries for his powerful preaching, expert knowledge of scripture, and undying love and devotion to the poor and sick. He was one of the most quickly canonized saints in church history. He was proclaimed a doctor of the church on January 1946. He is also the patron saint of lost things. So we are already here in Barangay Solangan. So we're passing by the bridge of Solangan. As you can see, it's overlooking the houses around, and there are cars going to the church. So it's Sunday and we expect many people who are here. So this is already Barangay Solangan. I don't know what happened here during Typhoon Yolanda, but some people say that Solangan was miraculously did not experience storm surge even though Typhoon Yolanda made her first landfall here in Giwan, Eastern Samar. So some houses here are still under reconstructions, probably because the houses were again damaged by Typhoon Ursula last December. I love Giwan, Solangan particularly, maybe because this is the hometown of my father and I have lots of relatives here. So the distance between Giwan and Solangan is 15 kilometers. The road distance is 19.4 kilometers. The fastest way to get from Giwan to Solangan is to ride in a taxi which costs 350 to 400 and it takes 38 minutes. Solangan is a barangay of Giwan, Eastern Samar, located on the tip of Giwan. Giwan and Solangan is the home of our shrine, Saint Antonio de Padua. So as expected, there are lots of people around going to church and still looking for a place where we can park our car. We are here at the back of the church. So at the back of the church is the Solangan Elementary School. So during Sundays, this is being used as parking area for vehicles. especially from other places in Eastern Visayas. There are many stores around the church selling candles and other items, souvenir items. We cannot go inside the shrine because there are lots of people, and so we just decided to light a candle here outside the church. So this is the church, the San Antonio de Padua Church, and there are people who are here roaming around and maybe looking for a place where they can stay and relax for a while. As you can see, there are several stores around and they're selling decorative items made from seashells and also souvenir items, different souvenir items. So this is beautiful, and this is probably their source of income here, making decorative items to sell. They are also selling dried fishes. So some pilgrims before going home, they usually drop by here to buy decorative items, souvenirs, and dried fishes. Some also are buying fresh fishes. They just bring iced containers so that the fish would still be fresh when they arrived home. These shell chandeliers, decorative items, are handmade. So they probably get the shells from the seashores, which is nearby the barangay. I'm sure if you have money, then you cannot say no to these decorative materials because this is very beautiful and very unique, only in Solangan. Welcome to the historical town of Balanghiga, Eastern Samar. are now going inside the church ground and we're going to see the three bells, the Balanghiga bells. So the Balanghiga bells are three church bells that were taken by the United States Army from the Church of San Lorenzo de Martir in Balanghiga, Eastern Samar, as war trophies after reprisals following the Balanghiga massacre in 1901 during the Philippine-American War. So after more than a century, the historic Balanghiga bells have returned to the Philippines. On our way home, we decided to stop over this beautiful beach resort in Marabot, Western Samar. Mula punta ito.
Giuseppe, nasa... Giuseppe! Tingnan mo, nasa na si Giuseppe. Hindi ko siya mag... Giuseppe!